Thailand is an awesome place to live and holiday, but like many other Southeast Asian countries, it's really easy to spend more money than you need. In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 6 apps that I use on a daily basis that help make my life easier and cheaper here in Thailand. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's the best support you can give the channel right now. And if you hang around to the end, guys, I'll let you know what I think is the best mobile app operator, because you need really good internet over here to make these apps function. And also, I'll let you in on the best dating app. Thailand is easy to love, but it's very easy to misunderstand. Menus you can't read, prices that don't make sense, rides that cost double if you choose wrong. Mobile apps don't just help you travel Thailand, they help you travel it properly. So let's get started. If you're coming to Thailand, whether it's your first trip or your 5th, your phone is the most powerful tool you've got. Today I'm sharing the apps I actually use living and travelling around Thailand. No sponsors, no hype. Just what works on the streets, in taxis, at markets and checking into hotels. Speaking a little local language goes a long way here in Thailand. So one of the apps that I use the most is Google Translate. I use this app every day to speak to my girlfriend, and it's really helped me slowly learn the language. Thailand doesn't demand fluency, it rewards curiosity and effort. Google Translate becomes your quiet companion here. Camera mode turns menus into meaning, offline packs keep you moving when the signal drops. In a taxi, a single translated sentence saves 10 minutes of confusion. At a market, it turns a transaction into a smile. You don't need to speak Thai well, you just need to show you're trying, and that small effort changes how Thailand responds to you. The second most used app on my phone is XE Money Converter. I use this app on a daily basis to do my budgets and save money wherever I go here in Southeast Asia. Thailand can be affordable when you know what things actually cost. When you first arrive, prices feel abstract. Baht doesn't mean anything, and that's when you start overspending without realising. XE lives on my phone because it brings things back to reality. No guessing, no awkward math, just clarity. Money can leak quietly here in Thailand. A few extra baht here, a rounded up fare there, a price that sounds right until it isn't. XE keeps me grounded. One quick check and I know the value before I agree to anything. Markets, cafes, transport. It's not about being cheap, it's about being aware. Once you understand the value, Thailand stops feeling confusing and starts feeling comfortable. So I keep XE Converter in the root directory of my phone because I use it on a daily basis. Now what I do with the app is I have multiple currencies set up. As you can see, I've got Baht, Australian dollars, Vietnam Dong and USD. And all I do is I simply put 100 Baht in there and that'll give me the results for the other currencies. It's a really handy option. Taxis are not cheap here in Thailand, but getting around is easy if you know what you're doing. Pricing can change depending on where you are and who you ask, but apps like Bolt can take that uncertainty away. Thailand moves quickly, and when you're navigating new cities, transport is where the stress creeps in. Apps like Bolt can make things much easier. Clear pricing, local drivers, no negotiation. In many cities, it's far cheaper than traditional taxis. You're not arguing, you're not guessing, you're just going where you need to go, knowing exactly what it's going to cost you. My taxi hack and tip for you is don't hesitate to engage a driver outside of the booking system. So once you engage them for the first time, you jump in a car, a lot of times they're going to offer you their business card or their WhatsApp number. I would take advantage of that because then you can negotiate your own price. They don't have to pay a commission. They make more money, you save a bit of money, and it's a win-win for everybody. Another app that I use on a daily basis that I love is Google Maps. I know it's an obvious choice, but there's some ways you can use this that are going to help you save lots of time and money shopping for goods and services and getting around here in Thailand. So basically how I use Google Map is I create groups for each location that I go to. So for example, here in Phuket, I've made a group called Phuket. I'll search for any goods and service and I'll group those in that category. What's really good about Google Maps is you can look for particular goods and services and you can get the reviews right there. So you can get the location, where they are, and what sort of business they're running based on those reviews. I use it on a daily basis. Transferring your hard-earned money to other countries can be an absolute minefield. Banks and institutions make an absolute fortune off transfer fees and rates. It's a bit of a scam, really. I hate paying fees to these guys, and I'm going to show you how I get the best out of my Wise app. Now, I'm not going to profess that Wise is the cheapest option out there, but it's definitely one of the easiest. So how do I use Wise? It's really simple. I love the app, but word of warning, just be careful with the fees. There are some hidden fees in there that you've got to watch out for. Now, they're very competitive with their exchange rates, but once you change that money within your Wise account, or you transfer into someone's bank account, a supplier, a landlord, whatever, you're going to pay some hefty fees. So you just got to watch out for that and be as minimalistic as you can to save money, because it can get up there. Now, I have a Thai girlfriend, so I could actually transfer money into her account, and I think this would be the cheapest option for me. And then she can make that withdrawal, that one withdrawal. Now, over here, they'll charge you 240 to 250 baht per transaction, and it doesn't matter whether you're taking 500 baht, 10,000 baht, or 30,000 baht. You're still going to pay the 250. So you've got to pay the bank the 250. Then Wise are going to charge you a fee, and it's variable on how much you take as well. So they're going to charge you a lump sum on that withdrawal. E.g., I pulled 30,000 out the other day, and I think the fee was up around 30 bucks. So I had to pay 30 Australian to pull out 30,000 baht. Plus I paid 250 baht. So it gets up there, and that's why I do it once a month. I'll get all my cash rounded up, and I pay everything with cash. Love it. Pay my landlord all my bills cash. So I'll just do that once, and I'm looking at around 30 bucks a month for fees. Now that's not bad considering, you know, I'm on the DTV visa. I can't really get a Thai bank account. I'm not a permanent resident. Once I do get permanent residency, it's a different story. But for now, as a digital nomad traveling, and for you guys out there who come over here at first, I think Wise is your best option. And if you've got any other suggestions out there, guys, please leave them in comments and let us know how you do it and if there's a cheaper way to do it. The other obvious app that you need in your arsenal are booking apps. Now, I use trip.com over here in Southeast Asia, and I'm going to show you why. Thailand sits at the centre of Southeast Asia. Hotels, domestic flights, trains, ferries. Trip.com handles all of it in one place. Prices are competitive, inventory is local, and changes are usually easier than you expect. It's especially useful when plans shift, which they often do in Thailand, especially for me. Trip.com reflects local pricing, and for most part, it's a lot cheaper than Booking.com or some of my Western apps that I used to use. And finally, guys, if you need a SIM or a mobile service here in Thailand, I would recommend AIS. I use them. I shopped around for a little bit and just asked around, and they seem to have the best network. They're very cheap. I'm paying 250 baht a month. I get really good data rates, and I get some phone calls with that as well. So it's as cheap as that. So 1 month, yeah, 250 baht, and they're a very reliable service. I've had no dramas, and I live out, you know, out in the bush here. I'm out in the water here, not a problem. So yeah, look it up, AIS. And no, I'm not making any, not making any money off referrals. I just want to give you guys the best option, so you don't have to spend too much time looking around, because it can be quite daunting. There's, you know, every man and his dog's gonna jump on you when you get to the airport. I would just wait and go to an AIS office and yeah, just do it yourself. So finally, dating apps. I would highly recommend Thai Friendly. Now, if anyone else has got any other suggestions, throw them in there. Now, Thai Friendly for me is probably the cheapest and best option. It is a bit of a minefield. It's going to take you a while to get your head around it and try and weed out all the freelancers, because I think probably 80% of them are. But it's a free service. It's really easy to use. I would start talking to some girls before you come here and tee up your dates when you get here. It's that easy. I was doing it a long time ago. That's how I met my girlfriend. And yeah, like I said, you'll get good at weeding out the legit girls that want a date or want a long-term relationship, but there's everything for you on there. The other option is Thai Cupid, but you've got to pay for that service, and that's why I like Thai Friendly, because you don't have to commit to it. There's no fees involved, and you can still chat and do whatever. Thank you so much for being here and checking out my channel. I really appreciate you and hope to see you in the next episode.